What is it we've been doing then? It's very hard to put in one word because it's a very, very kind of holistic, broad course. But basically, we help to prepare people for work. And the way we do that is by teaching mindfulness. Does anyone know what mindfulness is, apart from all our learners? You can put your hands up proudly. Does anyone else know what mindfulness is?
We want to know.
Yeah, all right then, okay. Basically, mindfulness is stepping away from your thoughts, because we all think that we're our thoughts. But you can step away from your thoughts and observe your thoughts, and then actually you can change your thoughts and be discerning about what you believe in. Is that a good thought? Is that we teach about helpful and hindering thoughts. So it's a self-awareness, because this stuff's not taught. We think we are our mind and we think our mind controls us. What we know and what we've taught the learners is that's not true. It's the other way around. We can actually control our mind and we can focus, and we'll talk a lot about, that's what we're going to talk about later. So that's what our course is. It's there's a practical element about getting back to work, but really there's quite a spiritual element in a way that we teach an emotional intelligence. So that's why it's lots of fun and lots of great stuff that we do.
These are the 4 main life skills that we teach. How to manage stress, how to create and maintain a healthy self-esteem. I mean, that's so important, isn't it? If you want to move on in life, being confident is really a key thing. How to be positive as well. I mean, without positivity, we go into a downward spiral, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute. And how to achieve goals. A lot of us don't know how to achieve goals, how to make them smart, and how to actually go about achieving them. So what's unique about us? Well, the thing that makes us really unique is that we create deep and lasting change. We actually give people tools. What we teach is actually tools. These tools actually help people to maintain their positivity and their confidence. So we have an amazing range of these actual tools, and we've actually got 21 tools that we actually teach, so the people can pick and choose which tools they want to use. And as well, what's also unique about us is our personal experience. Melanie and I have both been through the mill, really. We've had a lot of trauma in our lives. So what we find is very, very powerful is that we actually share our unique story with people, and this really helps to break down the barriers, and to know that, we've been there too. These are some of our tools that we teach. The one at the top here, everybody will laugh, is
an example.
Our journal. We give everybody a gratitude journal. This is a brain trowel
we use
to help us dig out of our emotional rubbish. The heart, teaching ourselves to love ourselves as well, and we do some aromatherapy. That's just an example of some of the tools. Obviously there's a lot more that we actually teach. So how do we do this? How do we help people to break their cycle of negativity? Well, what we've found is that when you're in the cycle of negativity, you go in a downward spiral, and that just carries on going and going until you basically reach rock bottom. And that creates low confidence and low ability. So what we do to change that is we help people by using these tools is to jump on to the cycle of confidence. And you practice the skills, you apply them, you get better, and then hence you become more confident. So how do we help people to focus their minds as well? How do we help people to do that? We actually get our learners to think of their minds like a garden, okay? So in this garden, quite often, we've got a big massive bunch of weedy stuff, and we'd say it's like a load of weeds. And then if on the other side, you've also got all your nice part of your garden, the flowers, the rainbows, whatever else. So what we get people to do is switch the focus from the weeds and to start shining onto the lovely, shiny, gardeny part of themselves. And when people start doing that, that's when change happens.
So, I mean, the best way you could find out about what's happened in this course is obviously by speaking to the learners, but we've kind of pulled together some statistics and things, mainly for the funders for Framework, so I thought it was really useful to share these with you today. So the first one is, wonderfully and quite quickly on the course, 2 of our people just disappeared and went and got jobs. How rude of them. Sadly, one of them's not sustained that employment, but the other one is just waiting for a card, and then the job's there for him. So that was lovely and that was wonderful. The strangest thing about the person who did actually get the job was that I think he said, I'm the most surprised of all the people for him to get a job. He was just like over the moon, wasn't he? It was just like, wow. So that was really, really lovely that someone who feels as if they were so far away from the job market can just get a job, you know. That was really great to see. The second statistic is that we've got some budding entrepreneurs here through the course, and I don't think anyone was particularly, I don't know, perhaps you can tell me if this is right or not, they perhaps weren't thinking of it before the start of the course, but then by the end of it there's some people that were going, yeah, that's it, I'm going to work for myself, then I've not got to worry about interviews and I've not got to worry about the things I'm scared about. You've got the job. That's what we do to ourselves. We gave ourselves the job. So there are 3 people here that are thinking very seriously of setting up their own business. After holidays, I gather, which is understandable. And so that was really, really, really exciting as well. And obviously we'd like to keep in touch with you and support you through that as much as we can. So that's cool. And then the other thing is there's a really lovely, what they call soft outcomes, which is people getting happier, people getting more active, people that have been afraid in their homes for a long time, going out cycling, joining gyms, losing weight and just being happy. And the secret is, and to be really, really honest, that's the bit we're interested in. The fact that people get jobs and start volunteering and training is a side effect, we believe, of people's emotional and mental health improving. That's really what we're about, when all the rest just happens by default. Don't tell anyone. Anyway, hear it from the horse's mouth of how this course has worked. So Simon, if you don't mind just for a minute, just telling what the course has done for you.
When I first started this course, I was in a very dark and evil place. I absolutely hated the world for what it's done to me. All I can say is thanks to this course, and I use the EDP a lot, the dog poo as it's called. I'm sure this lady will explain that to you in a bit. Because every time I started having a bad or wrong thought, and I changed that, and this course took me through that, and in the middle it says I started to adapt and started to accept things and change things and think differently. I became more relaxed, became better, hopeful. The main thing I used to do is mindfulness. I used to then think what I was doing and how bad it was to other people and how wrong it was, and I changed my way. I've got to thank this course. Without that, I don't know where I'd have ended up. It could have even been in prison if I ended up going the wrong way. This course did that, and I'm so happy, and I'm doing well, and I'm now thinking of opening up my own shop. And I've got to mention Tony here. He's helping me with that. He's my you're my advisor, yeah. So they're working. But at the beginning of this course, I was probably so hateful of people for everything's happened to me. I'm totally different now. We all have a good laugh. I'm a lot more happy. You can see me smiling now, but it's been brilliant. So I've got to thank this course for getting me past all that, and now I'm going to open that shop. I will open that shop. It's going to take time.
We'll be there at the grand opening.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Thank you, Simon. I don't feel like I could say or should say anything after that, but I've got some boring statistics, I'm afraid. Oh no, let's have a quiz. That can be fun. Okay, so what percentage improvement do you think the group have made with their emotional and mental health? So hands up who thinks it's A. 100% improvement. Hands up who thinks it's B.
I'll take the content.
Okay. Hands up who thinks it's C. Hands up who thinks it's D. Hands up who thinks it's E. Not many hands up there, were there? Okay, so who said C? You were right then. Oh, what's your prize? We'll have to give you one of your chocolates back. It was actually a 345% increase in emotional and mental health. So massive, massive, massive improvement. Nearly, kind of 3.5 times. Everyone's expectations are higher now. Blah, blah, blah. Who thinks it's B? 200%. Who thinks it's C? 300%. Oh, was that a hand up?
No.
Who thinks it's D? 400%.
That's the one I meant.
Yeah, it is. It's 725%. The employability of this group when they got together was 4 out of 50. And then it went up to 29. Massive, massive improvement. So yeah, really, really happy about that. So if you can move on to the next one, Paula. We did measure lots of other things. We did what's called a star, so we measured 10 different angles, holistic angles on people's lives. And this blue line is where people were at the beginning, and then the red line is where they were at the end. And as you can see, this is pretty much either 4 times or 3 times a level of improvement. And then the second slide is 3 times to about 2.5 times. So massive, massive improvements in all the areas. So, we're just so overwhelmed and really, really chuffed with how the course has gone. Can't say it better than Simon, really. And then this is one of my favourite testimonials we've ever had, and the lady's famous. She's here, Helen. You have done wonders with that lass. She actually said that last week, bumped into her last week, and I said, oh, can we use that? Can we use that? She said, yeah, go on. So yeah, I think, doing wonders with people, that's great. And of course, she's done the wonders, really. We've just helped her. So basically, to summarise, just before we go into the questions, everyone's won, really, haven't they? You guys are happy and having an amazing life and moving towards employment, or you've gone into employment. We're really happy because we've had a great time and a great course and obviously earned some money, let's not lie. Hopefully you guys are happy because we've done our job, and it's up to you to do your job. So we just feel really, really, really chuffed. Is that a Leicester word? I probably said it dead last time. I'm really, really grateful for the whole thing to have happened, because it was a brave step really for Richard, because a lot of people, like Leicester, said, oh, we don't know you might steal, or, they were kind of really, really quite cagey. But Richard's was brave. So thank you very much. Any questions? And our contacts are next as well. Any questions?
Are you going to do it again?
I hope so. Over to Richard. We'd love to. Obviously, we'd love to. This is our passion. This is what we know. We feel that we're very good at. It would be crazy not to kind of do it as much as we can. So yeah.
Well, you've achieved something, so you should be able to do it again sometime. If it had been a waste of time, then it didn't work. Then of course not. But you've achieved. Out of the course, I've got to say I must have got at least 85% of this course's work. There's only a couple of tiny little things which were, out of everything you've done, it has worked for me. So you've got a success story.
Thank you. That means a lot, Simon, because that's why we come here, just to have, it is. And like I say, we work from the stuff, we know this stuff professionally because we're counsellors and stress management therapists and all those things, and aromatherapy. But actually, it's from the heart that we know this stuff because we've used all these tools. So when you see someone else benefiting from them, it's so lovely. It really is. It's great. Thank you very much.
I have to read it. I can't remember. My name's Gwyneth Jones. I'm the chairman of Bassett Law District Council. It's lovely to see you all here today. I didn't know that this place, I knew it existed, but I didn't know what you did. Thank you very much for inviting me to be with you today, and I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate each and every one of you on completing the 13-week personal development course. The course is aimed at improving confidence and encouraging motivation, which helps people to progress towards full and sustainable employment I hope you've enjoyed the course and I wish you all the best for the future. Well done.
That's lovely, that is.
Oh, no, I never thought I wanted to
Excellent.
actually.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm glad I came with Jesus as well this morning.
Thank you very much.
Very much.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you very much.